to another Random Sam Epic Mom. Alright, it's time for a book review. So, even though I am on vacation, we're still going to try and get you guys some good reads. So, this one just came out. It is one of my favorite authors, Nora Roberts. And the title is The Final Target. Now, Nora Roberts got me into reading as an adult. So that in itself, thank you. You're awesome. Now, I gotta say, she gives us wonderful characters. Some authors give us just really strong female characters. Some of them give us really strong male characters. She gives us nothing but strong, relatable characters, period. Now, the characters she gives us build up relationships, and she gives us not only the relationship that they're going to build up in a one-on-one male-female relationship, but the friendships they build up. Now, in this book, Arden Bowie is the main character. She is, without a doubt, a wonderful character. She's kind of shy. She works part-time at a bookstore, and she's just put out her first novel. She is super excited. She's super impressed. And she is just happy. Now, at her first book signing, she meets a fan. And he becomes obsessed with her. Now, he keeps showing up at her signing. He keeps, hi, how are you? Please sign this book. Please do this. And she finally caves and has coffee with him. Just to be polite, try to set some boundaries and everything. And to make it clear, hey, I don't have time for this. I am busy. I'm a maid of honor. I'm all this. I'm not in a place in my life where I'm looking for a relationship. Just no. But he's become obsessed with her. He is stalking her. He is pretty much just not quite there. So, and here's something that we forget a lot in today's society, is that even though people have mental illness, it does not excuse certain things. He has gotten to the point where, in his mind, they have a relationship. She has led him on. She is flirting with it. None of this has happened. But because he comes from a family with wealth, after he's attacked her, after he's put her in the hospital, he gets sentenced to 5 years in a mental institution instead of doing actual hard time. Now, our justice system is really tough because, again, it's overcrowded. We got to take into account everybody's circumstances. We got to look at the whole picture. It sucks. And that's why this story kind of hits people. It's going to hit people hard because, again, Nora Roberts' stories takes real life and kind of hits us with it. Now, in her stories, a lot of her stories, whether it's trilogies, individual standalone novels, whatever, a lot of her stories, she will give us a chance where her characters have been attacked or tragedies happen and they have a choice. They can either be a victim or they can be a survivor. And almost all of her characters have chosen to be survivors. And that's one of the reasons why I love her story so much, is because they have chosen to survive. They've chosen to move forward. And I love those characters. So, Arden has always, she's lost her parents when she was young. Now this has happened to her. And the PTSD from that attack has hit her hard. So she's had to push through it. And in the story, you'll get to see her going through the stalking. You'll get to see her through the attack, the going through the motions of when he gets sent away, to right before he gets released, to when he's released. She's going to have to go through all this process. She's going to go through moving to a new area, building relationships with people around her, and not just, a relationship of, oh, look, I'm going to date somebody, of, no, how am I going to build up a community? The people in her life that she leaned on. And when she moves to a new area, that community she's built up, the friendships she makes, the neighbors she starts to have friendships with the life she's built, because from the time she had that first novel out to now she's had multiple novels out, she's continued to grow as a person. And that in itself is an amazing thing that Nora Roberts has given us in her books, is showing that as people we continue to grow, we choose to grow. And that's why I love this story, because eventually she's going to make a friendship with an older gentleman who's going to introduce her to his grandson, and they're going to hit it off. And he's had some hard knocks, and Gideon's going to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And that's going to turn him into, taking the right steps, going back to being a police officer, going back to, moving forward with his life, and eventually moving forward with his life with her. When Dustin gets released from the Institute, and he ends up still being obsessed with her, and the road that's going to lead all three of them colliding. So again, I don't want to really tell you all the stuff because I don't want to spoil a book for you. I hate spoilers like that. But this story, it's got suspense. It shows you the view of multiple characters. And like with any of Nora Roberts' stories, it shows how our lives are not an island. All of us affect everybody around us. And with her stories, you really see how we affect those around us. Arden's story is about how she grew and how the people around her made it so that she could survive. And with each decision she's made, with the support of her family, with the support of the people in her life, she's managed to grow into an amazing person. When she meets the Rileys, Joe Riley, who owns the hardware store, to Gideon Riley, who she ends up having a relationship with, she ends up having that connection. She ends up making that connection, and it makes such a difference in her life. I don't think we realize as people how important that is until we get into those turning points in our lives. And even Dustin, who has had such a negative impact and ends up being such a negative person on everybody's life, still has those continuing points. He does horrible, evil things, and he is an evil person, but he has affected those around him. And the choices that others around him made, again, shape the future. So again, this is an amazing book. If nothing else, guys, it is going to grip you. It's going to make you want to read. There were times when I had to say, okay, just to the end of the chapter, you've got to put it down, you've got to put it down. It was very hard to put this book down at times because it was just a page turner. You do get to, with her books, she takes you all over the country. In this one, you get to go from Ohio to the Pacific Northwest and small town communities to, small cities. It's just amazing. Again, it's little cities, big cities, all that. And again, it's so many different type of family structures, and how families aren't necessarily just the blood families you're born with. It's the ones you make. And I know I'm rambling, guys, but again, these books that Nora Roberts gives us, she shows us that blood ties can be as strong as you make them, but family doesn't have to always be just one thing. It can be so many, and that people have a way of really giving you a chance to be part of something more. So I hope if you guys get a chance, please go out and give Nora Roberts' new book, The Final Target, a chance. It has been worth the wait. I waited quite a while for it to come out, and it was, again, I read it in just a few days, even while on vacation doing a ton of stuff. I just could not put it down, guys. So again, get out there, read it. It is always worth it. And any of her books, whether they have some sci-fi in it, the paranormal, whether it's a trilogy, quartet, or a standalone novel, Nora Roberts is always worth a read. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. If you guys got some book recommendations, let me know in the comments. Bye, guys. hope you enjoyed that. Please check out our other videos already on YouTube. And give us a like and subscribe. And if you hit that bell for notifications, you'll know when we put something new out. So try to make every day matter by finding the fun. You guys have a great one. Bye.